Hey, Janet, what's going on?
Let's see if I can figure this out. It's been a hot minute, you guys.
Hey, it showed up on mine that it was streaming live, so.
I got it.
Kudos to you, Brittany. I did that when we went to convention. I pre-recorded 9 days of live shows, and I changed outfits for every single day and jewelry to go with the outfits. And I thought, what in the world have I done? But
So
it worked.
Convention was a different story. I plan at least 3 to 4 outfits every day for convention. But here was my trick, you guys, and then we can get into the other stuff is I legit had a basic, because if you're out and about, it's a little bit harder to go in and change. So I had jeans and I had like a off-white shirt. And then I did, they were laughing at me that I had a backpack filled with cardigans and just different colors and whatnot. And then I brought a twirly tie of earrings. So I would go, I did the same basic necklace the whole time instead of switching that out. But you guys, we're in the world of fashion and jewelry changing and whatnot. So I was switching out my earrings every time with my cardigans. And how I chose out my earrings was I just grabbed everything that I had large quantities of my earrings, and I had them all on my thing. And so then I would switch out a cardigan. So then it looked different. I still had the same basic underneath and the same pants, switch my earrings, switch my cardigan. And then I would hurry and just do like some things around, or I would take some pictures and try to get different backgrounds. And then I can utilize that even though I wasn't talking and having the reels right there. A lot of reels that I've noticed lately, it's people doing stuff and they're putting some sort of a hook, or they're putting the words over it, or it's putting the caption. So it's here, I'm doing my life, or how can I just do something fun or weird of me moving? And then I can put the caption there and in the description. So that's what I was trying to do. And people were like, what are you doing? I'm like, there's people talking. I don't care. I'm just going to get all these different things and backgrounds and craziness, and then we'll figure it out later on. And then I do a few of them and then switch again. And so I'm just being kind of here. We're intentional at this. This is easy.
That's brilliant. I love it. I love it.
So any wins, and we'll get going. And today was quick and awesome and all the above.
I got life of the party last night.
Ooh.
I got that butterfly necklace. I knew it was going to flutter right on out of my cart, but it stayed. That's a win.
That thing went fast, but
Woo!
that was a
I
good
couldn't believe how fast Life of the Party flew out last night.
Yeah.
I just had my 5th straight live.
Yay.
You were doing it in a row or 5 days in a row?
5 days in a row.
Woohoo!
Momentum. Keep it going.
What have you noticed in 5 days? Because I just want to hear it out of your mouth.
That I am having more viewership and they're looking for me. Beforehand, I had, a few, but now it's just like they're looking for me. They're buying. Like last night they were shopping. I didn't know if I was going to be able to get on this morning, but I did. And they were like, hey, are you coming back tonight?
Yes. Excellent.
Do you know why, correct? Why it's getting more and more? Huh?
The algorithm?
Yes, but so here's the thing to kind of think about. It is within your algorithm, because you always hear, well, what's the algorithm, or it's this, and this. It's Facebook is competing with TikTok, with YouTube, with all of these other platforms. So they want you to stay on their platform as long as possible. So if people are sitting there talking to you, you're going to pull up in their feed because Facebook sees, oh, They're stopping. I'm stopping right here. I am watching this person and you grabbed my attention. So I stayed on this platform longer. So you are going to show up in my feed more often. So the people that you are talking to within a 24-hour period, you're going to be showing up in their feed and they're going to see you more often. So this is why I push to go live every day, even if it's for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Because then you're having that and doing the reels, doing the engagement, commenting back on people. Because if you're having those conversations, you're talking to them. And so you're going to pull up in their feed for them to find you. So this is why it's important to have that back and forth, or if you're doing it consistently, it's not just, oh, go live every day because I want you to be on every day. It's, I'm saying this and leaders are saying this because you are going to go out to those people. They're going to keep seeing you every single day. They're on, they're doing something. So you might as well be the person they're buying from.
Okay. And that's making sense. That's making sense. I was more so, I kept thinking like, okay, the algorithm, but prior to, I have had people like this week, they're saying I'm popping up on their feed. Like as of like yesterday, because I would ask that, like, did anybody see it on their feed? Because I would send them messages, because before they're like, I never know when you go live. I have notifications on, but it's not notifying me. So I took it upon myself, at least my starting 5, I would send them a message, even if I created an event, because I thought the event would do it, but they still wouldn't see it. So I'd send them a message, hey, I'm gonna be on, or I'll send them a text message, hey, you know, you need anything? Oh, I was just thinking about you.
So you just told us yesterday, the money is in the message. Get them on the line.
And that's the thing, is having that notification, having those messages, that's huge. But again, within this is when the algorithm helps you, because then you tell people to share it out, and then the Facebook, the algorithm is going to say, these type of people are watching her, so we're going to put this out to more people like this person. So you're getting rewarded for doing that. So that was kind of a tangent. So Tanya, I'll let you jump in.
I'm training too, Brittany. Everybody training on the platform. All right, team, I'm excited. I'm kind of fluttered from your wins today. I'm really excited. Listen, and that excitement on this platform, the wins that we bring, it's a culture. The training that we show up for, it's a culture. We show up at the same time, Monday through Friday, and we give the training, we give the wins, and we learn about each other and what's going on in the business, and we teach each other. That's what the training was about today for me. It's about setting that culture within your system. So Eric jumped off today with asking us, I hope we're getting a lot out of the creating your system from this week. We've had some great training, and I say when the trainings are shorter, they are the most powerful. He was there about 10-15 minutes, and he gave us three suggestions or 3 points on what we should be looking at the system. So number 1, we know that we should be making a system. We know it should be easy. We know it should be understandable, easy to follow along, and that we are meeting people where they are. Yeah, Zakaria, I'm actually inboxing someone else who's totally afraid to do a live. So I'm back and forth with them every day, like, we're ready to do a live today. Let's do it together. Go 5 minutes. So your 5 days is, oh, I can't wait to share that with them. Okay, but that's what it does. You have to make a system that's easy for others to understand. And if you don't, if you don't have systems for these things, do not expect results. Well, actually what he said is, if you don't have a system for these things, you're going to have a problem. That's what he said. And we see that with our jury. If we don't have a system for when that jury comes in and when it goes out, a month, 2, it's everywhere. So one of the first things in our culture is we introduce a system. Premier is excellent right now as creating the system for your new people, because it's laid out for us. That's one of the things that we love about paparazzi is they lay it out so smooth for us. And if we don't understand, there are resources that we can go back to give us a better understanding. So that's number one. You make your systems and you make them attainable. Number two, think about the less popular items that we have. All of them popular to me. Even the discontinued Starlit Shimmer. I have a few pieces twinkling around here and I am presenting them. I'm putting them on my vending boards. And when I have children at an activity or event, I'm pulling those pieces out. So he suggested that we think about the most undesirable. And what I reflected back to when he made that statement was convention, when Misty told us to stop thinking about $5 at a time sales. Think about your $15 at a time sales, your $20. The word that came to mind was upsell. I'm sorry, you're not getting away from me with just a pair of earrings. Listen, I got a perfect necklace to match that. Oh, you know, the ring, it has the same. I'm going to offer them more pieces. All right, it may not be the ones that I show with the one that they wanted, but I'm going to ask them, would you like to take another look? Send some pictures. So think about the most undesirable. And I'm thinking about Urban Collection. My Urban Collection was pretty good. It has died down now. So I'm really focused on Urban Collection because the male clientele is out there. That tribe is their team. The hair bows. I don't know if I even push my Z collection enough, but they are one of the hottest parts of the business, the Z collection. Our general inventory is always trendy. So when we do push those high volume sale pieces, don't be afraid to add a ring. Don't be afraid to show them another neck piece that may look good with those same earrings. The upsell. So think about the less popular products to get more sales. What we're doing is upselling. What system can you create around the less popular items? My first thought was, oh, I'm going to do a live on my Urban Collection. I'm going to do a live on my Z piece. I'm going to do a live on just hair bows, or I'm going to add hair bows to the looks. So let's think about some systems that are in place to upsell those less popular items. The follow-up. We talk about this all the time as full circle team. This is what I do. I check my delivery status on my shipping system, and I see who's received their package. And then I'll go and message them. Hey, how do you like your treasures? Did they arrive safely? Don't forget to send that pic. You know, I have the black ones coming in just like these. Stay connected. Something like that. But the money is in the follow-up. He gave an example about McDonald's. And I do remember them once upon a time. I guess they got in some trouble. I'm not clear about that. But he gave the McDonald example, stating, you remember how they used to say supersize? Big Mac, you want to supersize those fries? Listen, I got a quick funny. You know, I used to be a police, so I used to work lockup for years. And those criminals were always trying to tell you how to do your job. So I had a partner one day. Someone was really getting at him while he's searching property, and he was a really calm, mild-mannered guy. And he quietly looked up and says, "Do I tell you how to supersize the fries at McDonald's when you at work?" I thought that was just genius. But that McDonald's scenario is a good example. Always try to upsell whatever item that they're looking for, all right? And you try to use some of our less popular products. Number 3, customer gathering. This is the sentence. Customer gathering is not an always do it yourself. I hear a lot of people come into the business and within a couple of months or a year, their story is, oh, my upline didn't give, my upline, the team just didn't, so I couldn't follow and I had a hard time. Our responsibility, team, is to stay engaged. All right, we're building a culture, and that's what was really remarkable about the training today. Not only are we putting systems in place for certain things, we are doing it, we are learning it, we are teaching it, We are training on it. And when you get everybody on that flow, that is your culture. He said, well, I don't want to jump ahead, but customer gathering is not always a do-it-yourself. He pointed out 3 points in your customer gathering system. 1, no system. Yeah, there are no systems for a lot of things back here. I won't even pretend like it's right, all right? But no system. Nothing. Don't expect a result from a no system because there's no organization, there's no way to track it, there's no way to monitor the success of it. 2, the do-it-yourself, step by step, go do it. Now, I am that girl. Show me the plan and I will go and do it. Now, if I have a question, I will come back. And that's what he suggested. The number 2 was go do it yourself. Here's what to do. Come back if you have questions. You have your go-getters, they'll go and do it. Then you'll have those that are just, we know that if it's not done within maybe the first 10, 24 hours of the assignment, it becomes less likely as the time ticks that it will get done. So you'll have those people on your team across the board. No, not right now, Munchkin. We're in the middle of training. So don't be offended if you get people that just don't do it, because we will have those. And you will get your go-getters that will actually take the advice, go do it, and may come back with questions. So that's 2. There's a 50-50 there. You'll get some that will, you'll get some that won't. But 3, OMG, it's tell, show, try, do. Tell, show, try, do. That's what we're doing every day. We're telling you, we're showing you with these examples. You can see it all across the platforms that we all have, and we are training on it. And that's the culture. You want to tell, show, try, do, give a guide. We talked about this in forever. We want to take them from dependent to independent as quickly as we can. And these systems will allow us to do that. And it depends on the individual person, like our business, how fast they will grow. All right, so let's remember, meet people where they are in the business where you give these assignments, and don't be disappointed if they're not completed, but make sure you recognize those who complete it. Don't be afraid to call those out who don't complete it. We had that training a couple of weeks ago, right? Point those actions out. I wouldn't necessarily say the people. You use your own discretion when it comes to that. You know your team better than anyone else would. So use discretion, but yeah, pull a little coattail, send a message, make a whole training that's focused at everyone and not just the individual person. Because we all know most trainings come from an incident. Most trainings have someone's name on it, the reason why we have to give this training, all right? And he did bring up the fact that we should be training around compliance too. I love when the team pages gives us those compliant reminders, because it does remind me, and it reminds me to go back and look at some other things. So we are building a culture around being compliant too. Once you have the system, you can do teach, encourage, reinforce it, training. And he went into, as he started with the number 3 of the, glance at the note, started with number 3 of the customer gathering is not always a do-it-yourself. The number 3 portion of it, he wants us to bake this into our system, is the word he used. Bake it into your system. And I can agree. A culture sets the standard. Have people come into your team, your circle, and give them a level of standard. Hey, this is what we're doing over here. We're showing up, we are inboxing, we are doing, reviewing, we are planning. So you have to start that in the beginning to make that culture. And he did make a point to say, these aren't built overnight. It happens in a time span. It happens in a time span when we're doing it ourselves. And we're showing up and we're training on it and we're getting more people involved. It will level out. In order for everyone to know, you have to be influential. You have to be that person that's doing it. You have to be the person that's showing up for your team. And here again, this is where I made the note. For those doers, recognize them. If they don't, point them out. It can be as simple as that. You can always let me show you the support that we have in this system. Let me show you the promotions, the expectations that we have in this business. That is building a culture. And I see this in my own team because we're doing a lot of training there. Some people aren't happy with the way that training went, or didn't get something from it, or it wasn't for them. Whatever the reason may have been, don't just shut that system because a couple of people complained. A lot of us will go into new systems really shaky, really messy, but I'd rather have a shaky, messy system that I can progress and it gets better in time than no system at all. So he reiterated, be willing to admit when you're wrong. Some systems will work, some systems won't. Some systems absolutely work, but they won't work for other people. So keep that in mind when we're talking about leveraging and meeting people where they are. Don't just shut the system just because people are complaining. All right, we're going to get that. That's the culture we live in. Be willing to admit imperfect systems are better than no systems at all. They get better in time. The work is in doing. The work is in doing. Oh, he was talking about when we do these systems and they may not lend the results that we need, tweak them, make them a little better. Sometimes we'll have to go in there and tweak our system sometimes so they can fit across the board and meet people where they are. So sometimes we'll have to go back and reevaluate systems. And red flag from that would be people not doing it or people not understanding it. Remember, it has to be understood across the board to be a successful system. So be a student of the results. Plan, do, review. You know you have a system when everyone can do it. Keep it simple. So those were your gathering system notes for today. He talked about making the systems easy, understandable. Think about the less desirable products that upsell. Your customer gathering, you can have no system. You can do it yourself with a step-by-step and have them ask questions, or you can go along with them for the ride. 30, 60, 90 days, let me get you the core. All right, that could be your system. So once you have it, teach it, encourage it, and voila, here we are, a great business. Any questions, any concerns?
Tanya, you're freaking awesome. I'm looking to see if there's any questions.
Intentional, yes, intentional. Yeah. I honestly have a debate every day. Which earrings do I wear? So I put on both. Yeah, Eric was great today. Clear and concise.
Again, that's the upselling. That's you're doing things different, which I love that. It's if there's things that you're not moving or selling, like you put it on, you show it.
I said the same thing about this necklace. I am not moving a lot of my colored pieces, the multicolors. I'm a colored girl, but they aren't moving as well as I like them to. So guess what?
That's perfect with your earrings. I could not take my eyes off of them the whole time you were talking. I'm like, that's brilliant. She probably did that on purpose.
Which one? Which one?
I like them both. I would buy both sets.
Yeah. I sold a pair to my neighbor yesterday because I wore them. No, ma'am, we're in training for the second time.
And then
No, ma'am.
when another thing that I used to do is I put a tag on the back of my necklace and go into the grocery store. And people would be like, you know, you've got a tag on your necklace. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about it. Thank you for letting me know. I was just doing a party. It's $5. Like, is it not the cutest necklace?
Gem dropped, Brittany. Gem dropped. Because people want to be the first one to tell you what's wrong. Gem dropped. Woo.
What? It's $5? What? What is that? I just like threw it in there. And so yeah, that's a good one.
Great one.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Listen, I'm still doing what Misty does. Oh, I like your earrings. $5. I'm still doing the Misty thing. I got another grocery store pitch now.
I've been doing that one. Oh, those are cute earrings. Are those paparazzi? Tell me you didn't pay more than $5 for those earrings.
When I see someone with another brand earrings, that's what I'm gonna use. Tell me to
Yeah.
pay more than $5. All right, 4 minutes. I mean, it's mind blowing, the sneak peek, the things that will come today, decisions. Oh, too much to compute. So let's get those fingers ready and let's get into it. If there isn't anything else, Miss Brittany, please close us out.
We are good. Thank you, Tanya. You just knocked it out of the park today. So I love you. I was messaging Kaylee. I was like, oh my gosh, dude, she killed it. She like did way
When I
better.
saw you on, I just knew
So-
Kaylee was gonna be on with me today. I just knew she was gonna be here. When I saw you, I was like, oh, okay. I do.
You guys, I made it in. It's a miracle. I was like, okay, let's figure it out. Daytime. So, okay, go get that awesome butterfly necklace, you guys. Love you, love you. See you guys later.
Have a good weekend.
You
Bye,
too.
y'all.